So me and my boy Pablo were at a strip club. Wait, I don't think I can talk about that on YouTube. Well, there kind of goes my intro for today's video, talking about the brand new mini box that's coming out on October 21st. As you can see right here, we got a new mini box coming soon called Ideas of Armageddon right here. That's going to have a bunch of stuff related to DDDs and all sorts of other cool stuff right there. But yeah, I don't think I could talk about me and Pablo's, awesome experience hanging out with the ladies. But if you guys do not want to miss out on that, be sure to go hit the subscribe button on this YouTube channel so you guys can hear my stories about me and Pablo on live stream. Because I just private those suckers. YouTube can't catch me, baby. You know how it is. But yeah, without further ado, let's go talk about this brand new mini box, guys. Hope you guys are excited. Be sure to go leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, without further ado, let's do this, baby. So yeah, Konami just announced the next mini box coming on October 21st, the Idea of Armageddon mini box. And this kind of ruins my last video that I uploaded for you guys, because I legitimately thought that the upcoming structure deck was going to have the Doom King Armageddon and all those other cards in that structure deck. But lo and behold, Doom King Armageddon is just the ace monster of this box right here. Like, hello, what? Apparently that's what's going to be happening here, which I guess kind of makes sense, because it would have been weird for Declan's ace monster to be, in a structure deck, so it's never happened before. But it's still just like crazy to see that, well, Doom King Armageddon is just kind of hanging out in this mini box. But yeah, we're going to go through this mini box, which Beast Eyes is in here. What? Okay, dude, I have not went through this mini box yet. So this is crazy already, but we're getting Beast Eyes, Doom King Armageddon. Like, what else are we getting in this mini box? Okay, we're gonna be taking a look at all the new UR and SR cards in today's video right here. I am beyond excited. I hope you guys are too. Let me know in the comment section down below what's your favorite card that I review in today's video. We're only gonna cover the UR and SR cards for today's video so that it's not terribly long. Without further ado, let's just get into it, bro. Dude, these cards are insane. What? Dude, what? Okay, we are getting so many cool stuff here. Okay, we just gotta scroll down, and just go at it one at a time, because there's actually some really cool stuff in here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're gonna kind of skip past DDD Doom King Armageddon here, because I kind of did talk about him in my previous video. So if you guys did not take a look at that video, be sure to go check it out. Got some awesome stories with my boy Pablo out there, so be sure to go check that video out. But we're gonna kind of skip past this card. But again, it is weird, because I legitimately thought that we're going to get a structure deck for DDDs. We still are, so we don't know what that's going to be yet, and hopefully get some power in that DDD structure deck. But it looks like the cards that were showcased in that stream are actually going to be in the mini box here, which actually just ruins my video completely. So I'm hoping that the DDD structure deck is still going to be insane, but again, this kind of ruins all my hopes and dreams. So there you go right there. But I wasn't lying that we are getting some DDD support on October 21st. That's what's happening here, guys. So that's awesome. But yeah, again, if you want to take a look at my review on this card, be sure to go do that. All I know though is that the skill we're getting for DDDs is going to make this card playable. That's for sure right here, so that's going to be awesome. Anyways though, we're going to go and talk about Beast Eyes Pendulum Dragon. So I'm actually excited, because we are already getting the just standard fusion cards for Yuya's Odd Eyes deck, which I'm super happy about. And what's cool too is that it looks like Beast Eyes Pendulum Dragon right here, you don't even need Odd Eyes to summon into this guy. That's probably why it's a UR card. It's just from its requirements to summon into this card. It's just a generic fusion monster, which is really cool. But yeah, one of my favorite things about the Odd Eyes archetype is its extra deck monsters, especially the ones that were not even showcased in the anime, like Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon and whatnot. So I'm glad that we're getting these fusion cards out of the way, because these were some of the fusion cards that Yuya was first using in the show right away from the get-go. And I'm just hoping that we can get those awesome, like broken, like extra deck Odd Eyes cards like Vortex Dragon, Absolute Dragon, and all that fun stuff right there. But first, let's go review Beast Eyes right here, a UR card in this box. It is an 8-star Earth Dragon fusion effect monster, and it takes 1 Dark Dragon type monster plus 1 Beast type monster. Must be either fusion summoned or special summoned by tributing the above cards you control, in which case you do not have to use polymerization. That's cool. Okay, I see why this guy's a UR, because 1, super generic, and 2, you can summon this by just tributing those monsters off right there. So if you're playing like a just straight up Yuya deck that uses Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, and I forgot what the Performer Pal guy was, like this Wolf Performer Pal card, but yeah, you can use those 2 monsters on the field to go into the fusion summon of Beast Eyes here. Treat it as a special summon, but still really cool. And if this card destroys a monster by battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the original attack of the Beast type fusion material used for this card summon. So that's actually really spicy right there, because first of all, this has 3,000 attack, which is pretty good. And on top of that too, depending on which beast monster you use, if it's like a big one, you can do a lot of extra damage against him, or against your opponent. So that's a good card right here. I'm actually looking forward to this card right here. Not bad whatsoever. Not bad whatsoever. That's awesome. So I'm liking this card so far. Again, I don't know how like meta this card's going to be. I don't think it will be, because it is just still kind of an awkward card, but it's going to work pretty well in an Odd Eyes deck. in my opinion. So that's going to be awesome right there. And it might work in some other decks that we don't know of yet that somehow have synergy with Dark Dragons and Beast types. We'll have to wait and see. But obviously, it's mostly for Odd-Eyes. As you can see, Odd-Eyes kind of hanging out here in this little fusion. Next up, though, apparently we're getting Crystal Beast support. Okay, I know a lot of people were speculating that we would be getting more Crystal Beast support at some point with Arc 5 getting released, since the TCG and OCG added random Crystal Beast support but there were Pendulum monsters, so we couldn't get them yet in Duel Links. But as you can see, now we got him and one of those UR card right here. So let's go take a look and see if maybe this will be good for the Crystal Beast archetype. And first up, we got Crystal Keeper, a fire level 4 Pend monster, scale 2, and then its Pendulum effect states: each turn, the first time an ultimate crystal monsters and our crystal beasts you control would be destroyed by card effect, that turn is not destroyed. So that's cool right there. So that's a little protection effect. And then its monster effect states: if a crystal beast monster you control battles an opponent's monster during damage calculation, quick effect, you attribute this card from your hand or face up from your field. Your battling monster's attack/defense to become double its original attack and defense during the damage calculation only, but is destroyed at the end of the damage step. This card has 1500 attack and 1800 defense. So that's actually pretty cool right here, because it's basically a spicy hand trap. It's a spicy hand trap that you can double your Crystal Beast monster's attack, or you can put it in your pen zone and give your Crystal Beast monsters the ability to not get destroyed right away. So that's really cool right here. So this is actually just a cool little versatile card for the archetype, and I'm very curious to see if we're going to have any other Pendulum Crystal Beast cards, because see, Crystal Beast does not stand out to me as a, it doesn't stand out to me as a Pendulum deck, but being able to use this card either as a spell card to support your Crystal Beast or as a little hand trap to be able to double your Crystal Beast attacks is pretty cool. So I like that. Again, we'll see if it makes Crystal Beast good, because there's actually some other support in here too for Crystal Beast. But yeah, cool card, that's for sure. And that is it for the URs. Again, I don't know how meta any of these are going to be. I think DDD is going to be the only one that you're going to want to go for, because again, like with the new DDD skill that we'll be getting when Declan comes out is dummy busted, and you're going to need the Pendulum DDDs in order to, use it well. But yeah, no, these UR cards are really, really, really cool, but I don't know how meta they're going to be. I really do not, but still looking forward to them, that's for sure. Next up, we're going to take a look at Contrast Hero Chaos right here. So very cool. This guide right here takes 2 Master Hero monsters in order to fusion summon into this card. And this card is always treated as an elemental hero card, so I can combo with those cards and specifically say it. But this card must be fusion summoned and cannot be special summoned other ways. While this face-up card is on the field, it is also a light attribute. Once per turn or either player's turn, you can target one face-up card on the field, negate that target's effects at the end of the turn. So I'm kind of glad to see this card, because it's one of these cards that I kind of known and played with a little bit. It's honestly not that insane, and I don't know if it's going to be used well in Duel Links. Basically, it'd be really good for stuff that uses like Miracle Fusion and stuff like that, or I think that's what the card's name is. Basically, the fusion card that you can use your hero monsters in your graveyard and banish them to go into a fusion summon. It's going to work best with a card like that, because again, with mass heroes and whatnot, to summon into mass heroes, you use mass change, and you tag out your fusion or your hero monster with a certain attribute to then go into into the masked hero monster. And again, as you guys know that have played masked heroes, you can just continuously do that if you have more copies of mass change. So you can mass change your Anki to go into another Anki to deal more damage. So being able to so it's easy to get multiple masked heroes into the graveyard. So if you use something like Miracle Fusion, you can just easily go and just fusion into Contrast Hero Chaos, and having the ability to be able to negate face up monster per turn is really nice. But again, since we don't have a main phase 2, I don't really see that as going into a spicy combo. And again, getting 2 Master Hero monsters is still going to be a little awkward to go into. So I don't know how much this card's going to see play, but it's still really cool. I'm actually looking forward to just getting this card, because it's a cool card. I like the concept of it. I like the artwork. I like the ability that it's both a light and dark monster. It's really cool. So I like it, and I wouldn't mind pulling a couple copies of it. Next up, we have my boy Runeized Pendulum Dragon, and it takes Odd-Eyes Pendulum Dragon and a Spellcaster type monster, which is really, really, really cool. But what's also really cool too is the abilities that this card has. So if this was fusion summoned using a fusion summoned monster on the field as fusion material, it is unaffected by your opponent card effects this turn. Apply the appropriate effect depending on the original level of the monster used as fusion that was not an Odd-Eyes Pendulum Dragon. So basically, you could do a couple cool things right here. So if you use a level 4 or lower spellcaster monster to fusion summon this card can do 2 attacks during each battle phase. Or if you use a 5 or higher spellcaster monster, this card can do 3 attacks during each battle phase. So if you fusion into this guy with Pendulum Dragon and Stargazer, well, dude, you're going to be able to do 3 attacks with Runai's Pendulum Dragon, which is actually kind of good, honestly. Being able to get 3 attacks with a 3k beat stick, like, that's spicy. And on top of that too, if this card was fusion summoned using a Pendulum Summon monster on the field as fusion material, it is unaffected by your opponent's card effects this turn. So if you pen out into this guy right here and fusion summon with those Pendulum Summon monsters right there, you're going to be able to deal a lot of damage to your opponent and not worry too much about your opponent card effects whatsoever. Like, if you get everything set up correctly, this card can OTK your opponent if they do not have a ton of monsters on the field, which is kind of good. I'm kind of looking forward to trying this card out and hopefully get some sort of card in this box that we can use to use its pendulum effect to then fusion summon. Because if we get any of these pendulum monsters, they can use to actually fusion summon into cards like Runai's. We got some spice going on here. We got some spice, baby. So this is awesome right here. I love it. Next up, we have DD7 Kelper. Again, I thought this was going to be a structure deck, but apparently it's not. But again, if you want to hear my thoughts and opinions on this card right here, go take a look at my last video talking about the insane DD structure deck that, well, isn't really that insane of a DD structure deck since we have it in a mini box. Like, okay. Like, okay. That's a bummer. But yeah, no, this card's really good. It's going to be one of the core cards to utilize to summon into DDD Doom King Armageddon because it's a scale 10. It is a pendulum monster that you can only use to be able to go into pendulum summoning with DDD monsters. Can't pendulum summon with anything else. And on top of that too, it's a good card to, you know, kind of search for stuff here because you can add a dark contract card with this card. So pretty spicy. And oh, this is new though. This is actually new. So we have DD7 Newton right here, a different scale 10. So that's cool. We actually get multiple scale 10s. Again, I thought the mini box was going to add DDD stuff like this, but then the, you know, potential structure deck for DDDs is just going to have this stuff. So are we even getting a structure deck at this point? Did I clickbait you guys? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know, bro. I didn't want to mean it like that, but like all the stuff that I was seeing out there was like kind of hinting towards, hey, we're probably getting a structure deck. That's what all the news were saying. But apparently not. So whatever, man, whatever. But anyways, though, let's take a look at new and see what's popping with my guy right here. He's a level 7 dark, and his pendulum effect states cannot pendulum summon monsters except DD monsters. This effect cannot be negated. Once while this card is in your pendulum zone, you can negate an activated trap effect that would inflict damage to you, then destroy this card. Okay, so that's actually really cool right there. So again, it's mostly just a scale 10 to just easily go into your DD monsters, which actually is nice because in contrast to this Kelper right here, Kelper actually has its pendulum scale reduced by 2 each standby phase. So if you keep having this card on your side of your field to utilize for pendulum summoning, you're not going to be able to as the duel goes on because its scale is going to keep going shorter and shorter and shorter. But this guy does not. So that's cool. And then on top of that too, you can use this card's effect to where if your opponent would inflict damage to you with the trap card, well, you can just trigger its ability to pop it. Again, you're not really going to use it that much. You're mostly just going to use this as just a scale 10 to go into your DD pendulum summons, but still cool effect. Monster effect states you can discard this card, target a DD or dark contract card in your graveyard except DDD Servant Newton and add it to your hand. So you only use effects of this card once per turn. So that's cool. So you get to recycle some of your dark contract cards or your DD monsters from your graveyard. So overall, I think Kelper is better because that's the search ability and it's still scale 10, but this guy has some cool recycling going for it, so it's not that bad of a card in my opinion. It's going to still be a card you're probably going to see play and whatnot too, so we'll have to wait and see. And it's a level 7, so you can combo that with, I forgot what that DDD is called. Let's take a look. So you could probably combo it with Pen Dragon if you ever needed to and go maybe for a rank 7 summon, which would be really cool. So that's kind of like what I'm thinking of here, is that you can use like Newton in your deck, and if you have him in your hand, you can pendulum summon it out with, you know, your Pen Dragon here and then go for a rank 7 summon. That's something that you could easily do too. So that's really cool. I like that. This is a decent card in my opinion. Next up though, let's go take a look at this. Has a DD card right here. DD Orthorhos. This card is a level 4 dark and monster, pendulum monster. And let's take a look what he does. Again, I'm just so confused because I legitimately thought we get some sort of DD structure deck with, you know, Armageddon and these other DDD monsters, and then we would get more DDD support in the mini box. I don't know anymore, bro. I just don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But still, it's safe to see all this new DDD support here. But still, let's go take a look at the pendulum effect of this card right here. So it's a scale 3. Once per turn, you can target 1 dispel and trap card on the field and 1 other DD or dark contract card you control and destroy them. So that's actually really good right here, because that is just pop ability, and it's a scale 3. So you can use this as a scale 3, and then with your scale 10s right here to go into some DDD plays. That's pretty good. I like that. Also, when this card is on the field, when you take battle or effect damage, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned to your field, you cannot special summon monster for the turn except Fiend type monsters. So this guy is a little versatile card right here. So it's a little versatile card for being a scale monster, and on top of that too, you can bounce this card onto the field and use it to maybe protect yourself for a turn. It's a little hand trap ability. So that's spicy too. I like that. I like that about this card. That's awesome. Overall, not too bad. Next card though right here. Hey, I like that. I was just thinking, I forgot what this card was called, but I knew we had a Pendulum monster that could fusion summon right there. And would you look at that, we have Performer Pal Trump Witch here. So we might be seeing some OTKs. I might make a video on some OTKs with Rune Eyes Performer Pal Trump Witch. I think this is the deck I want to play when this box comes out, honestly, dude, because I love Odd Eyes, one of my favorite decks. But yeah, level 1 card right here, and yeah, scale 4, and once per turn you can fusion summon 1 fusion monster for extra deck using monsters you control as fusion materials. Super good right here. So you can use this as your scale 4, and then does Time Gazer work for Performer Pals? I need to look it up. Oh no, you can't use Time Gazer with Performer Pal Trump Witch. Okay, so you're gonna have to use Dragon Pit and Performer Pal Trump Witch to go into your like Stargazer and go into your Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, or just another Dragon Pit. Just run 3 Dragon Pit, maybe special summon one of them, and then, you know, get that on the field. But yeah, use like Dragon Pit and Odd Eyes and go into Rune Eyes and just OTK your opponent. I would love that. That is awesome right there. But then also you can use this card to search for polymerization, which is actually pretty good too. This card can actually be used pretty good too for just fusion support in general. Like it could work in maybe like hero decks. Summon this card and then you can sack it off to go into a polymerization. It's a dark attribute, so you can use this as with an elemental hero and a dark and that dark attribute monster to go into. I forgot what he's called, but yeah, that elemental hero monster that can do that. Like this card can be used in other decks too. So really good card, really good little searcher, really good little fusion card. I like it. I like it a lot. Next up, we're gonna go to Performer Pal Sendo Donkey. What's up, my guy? I don't know who you are, but what's up? Level 4 Earth Beast Effect Monster. When this card is normal or special summon, you can send one Performer Pal monster from your deck to the graveyard, except Performer Donkey. If you have 2 cards in your Pendulum zones, you can add it to your hand instead. Oh, okay. So basically, it's a little searcher that you can do here, which is actually kind of cool. So you can set your scales up, summon this guy, and then go into a little search for one of your Performer Pal monsters. Or you can send one of them to your graveyard, which has its uses too. So I can see why it's a little SR card, a little searcher guide. I like it. I like it. Next up, we have Destiny Hero Dreadmaster. Okay, Konami, what's up? This card is a level 8 Dark Warrior Effect monster. If this is special summoned by Clock Tower Prison, destroy all monsters you control except face-up Destiny Hero monsters. Then you can start summoning up to 2 Destiny Hero monsters from a graveyard. During any turn this card is special summoned, Destiny Hero monsters you control cannot be destroyed, and you take no battle damage when they battle. The attack and defense with this card are equal to the combined original attack of all other Destiny Hero monsters you control. Nice little nostalgia right here, guys. Again, I don't know how good this card really is going to be, but it's just going to be just cool to have in Duel Links because of how much lore this card has from the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. So I'm looking forward to just collecting this card, honestly. I don't think it's going to be any good, but Clock Tower Prison, if we have this in the box here, that might be a little annoying. We'll have to wait and see. Next up, we have the other little pendulum card, Crystal Master. So you can go into your little scale 2 and go into your little scale 5 and just summon into your Crystal Beast monsters. Let's go. Level 3 Dark, and this card states your opponent cannot target Ultimate Crystal or Crystal Beast monster you control with card effects. Pretty good, pretty good. So that's a little pendulum effect there. Or what you can do with this card is you can summon this card, you can tribute this card, and add an Ultimate Crystal monster, Crystal Beast monster, or Crystal Spell Trap from your deck to your hand. So that's really good too, because this is going to help you to search into your core cards that you need to get into to help you summon into Rainbow Dragon or summon into your Ultimate Crystal, Rainbow Dragon, all that fun stuff right there. So nice little Crystal Beast support just out of nowhere. Like I was not expecting that, but yeah, let's go. And the last UR card I'm going to take right here is Fuga Wave. Target one face-up monster in the field to destroy one monster in the field with the same attribute with a different name as the monster. That's kind of decent. That's actually not bad at all because you can even target your opponent's monsters. So yeah, if your opponent has a bunch of monsters that are the same attribute, you could play this card, pop the other guy, and potentially stop a synchro summon or exceed summon. Or if you have a monster on your side of the field that is the same attribute as your opponent's monster, and then you can play this card right here. If this wasn't a target effect, it would be dummy busted. But I think this is going to fall into like the same category as like bad aim, or like bad aim when used well is super powerful in situations. But again, it's not able to trigger at all times during a duel. So it could sometimes not be a beneficial card for you. And I think this card is going to fall in the same spot. It's really good. I like this a lot, and it actually allows you to be able to pop a card for free. But at the same time, it has this like awkward effect going for it, where I'm not too sure how well you're going to be able to trigger it all the time. But I'm still giving it a thumbs up, if I'm being honest. It's not too bad. We got all sorts of cool stuff right here, like hello. We got some little level 5, not level 5, rank 5 DDD monster here. Got Gatling Ghoul right here, 4 pal plus a level 5 Iron Dark monster. Let's go. And the card Yuya used. We have DD Lith. We have DDD Super Psych King 0 Maxwell. Okay. We got and before pal Splashamoth. Meg Dragon, okay, a little generic scale 2. I like it. We got Destiny Hero Defender, big 27 defense, 2700 defense monster. Hello. We got a new Dark Contract card, very cool. We got all sorts of cool stuff right here. So again, I'm like mostly just wanting to focus on the UR and SRs here, but we still got some cool stuff. We even got Clock Tower Prison. Like, what is this box? This is just GX love and Arc 5 love, and I am all for it. So yeah, let me know what your guys' favorite card is for this box. Honestly, I'm looking forward to it. Oh, hey, wait, look at this. DDD King Kaiser, where are you at? Okay, boys, I think we're still getting that structure deck, because I'm not seeing that anywhere, actually. Hello? Boys, I think we're still getting the structure deck. Because it's talking about this little combo right here of Kaiser. And, well, I don't know if we got Kaiser in this box right here. Hello? What? Where's Kaiser? And also another thing I'm confused about is where's the scale 1 DD monster here? Because we talked about a scale 1 DDD monster in my previous video, and I don't see that guy here. He is not hanging out here. So that structure deck still might be a thing. And I'm not gonna lie, when I talked about Kaiser here, Kaiser was pretty dummy busted was his ability right here. Again, you can get it with some big attacks. So that structure deck still might be a thing. I didn't completely lie to you guys, but that is something to keep an eye out, that's for sure. But let me know what your guys' favorite card from this mini box is. I had a blast talking about this new mini box. I'm really looking forward to it coming to Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. So again, let me know what you guys think of it. Other than that, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios, everybody, and have a good night. Or good morning, wherever you guys live.